and Instagram, start broadcast. Woo! So now, okay, now you can always check up on the Instagram. So what's up, everybody? We're live with Sultan, and we're going to be answering audience questions. He's got a bunch of commenters, on the Instagram account. It's been blowing up, and it's been getting over 1,000, sometimes over 2 or 3,000 new followers each day. And it's about time, it happens on many accounts. We've had many accounts be deleted that were over 100K. What you doing? Yeah, what's up? So we're live on the TikToks also and Instagram page. This is the AZD IMC Nation Instagram. We'll be answering questions today. Just some of the comments and questions that Sultan has been seeing on his account. Hopefully the reception is good. I'm kind of back in the back room because AZD was walking his girl out a second ago. So that's just, what we're doing. These accounts are for AZD, that kind of stuff. And we're streaming to the Stoic Temple YouTube and Facebook and all sorts of things. So take it away, Sultan, my housemate. Sultan's been living with AZD for 4 years with us, and myself also. I think I can double spotlight, so I'm going to spotlight his also. Add spotlight. Okay, what's up, man?
On the stream, on the Instagram, it's hold on. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay, that looks better.
Nice.
My camera's not showing for some reason. It's just great. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, we see you here.
Yeah. Yeah, on the Instagram it doesn't show. Whatever. Is this live? Yeah, it is live, bro. It's live. Okay, so we got some questions. Stammy, this is live. Yeah, it's a live call. Okay, cool. The first one we have, the video says when a woman gives you some bullshit, you tell her that you're gonna go and think about it. I'm going to think about what you said. And this guy, his answer or his response is, that shit ain't working with my wife. She's smarter and sassier than that.
Gross.
Yeah. So my response was really just to get away from, leave her, I mean, if she's smart, if you're claiming she's smarter than you, which she's not, but she's sassy. So, why are you dealing with a sassy woman?
Well, that's not really an audience question. That's somebody that's giving their opinion. They think they have a better way of thinking.
Well, because he did ask a question, because he said he doesn't know what else to do.
What was his question?
Well, his question is, I don't know what to do in that situation because she's smarter and sassier than me. Because she's that's not going to work on her.
Oh, I see why it's gray. It's gray. It's grayed out because your camera is kind of in the middle, and if you can turn your device on the side, it turns. Hopefully, it adjusts. Yes, that's going to be way better. And then, honestly, if you can somehow make it so that you're on the side of the camera, the side of the picture,
yeah,
kind of like how I'm more on the side right now. If you could go more to the inside, to
like
your
here?
right. No, to your right, actually. If you're more on your right, then it would be okay. I'll be able to tell in like 20 seconds when it catches up here. Otherwise, we'll do something else and we'll make it a gallery and see how it looks on the gallery. Yeah. The split screen. Yeah, the split screen doesn't. I mean, it did bring you more in center view, but we want to. Let me just see what the gallery looks like on Instagram and see how that shows up. Okay, so the question was? I don't know what to do with that, or what was it?
Yeah, his wife is sassy and smarter than him, so it's not going to work on him.
So there's no question. I still don't hear a question. Oh, did he froze? Or yeah, I still don't. I didn't hear the question. Would you repeat the question? Oh, is that Sultan freezing?
You didn't hear the question?
No, you keep freezing. What was the question?
Question is, she's smarter and sassier than me, so this line is not going to work. What should I do?
Okay. Well, if she's smarter than you, then nothing you do will work.
Yeah.
Like nothing will work. So what should you do? What do you want? If you want to be a little bit savvier about it, like if you were him, then it would be like, what do you want? What does working look like to you? What do you mean? What will work, or what should I do? What should you do about what? What do you want to happen? So like, what are you going for? That's the question. Like, what's the target you're going for? Then I can tell you what to do. I don't know what you're trying to do. Makes sense?
Cool. Yeah, makes sense. Next question. Someone asked, same idea. I'm going to think about what you said. His response, he said the instructions were unclear. She asked me, what are you thinking? So he doesn't know what to do there. She asked him what he's thinking.
Okay, I was fucking with the gallery. Now it's perfect. I think it because of the way it is, it's speaker view. And so whoever's speaking is going to be center stage on the, oh, it should be. That's what it's supposed to be. Are you guys changing out speakers when the speaker changes? Do you guys see the zoom and does the speaker screen change when like I talk versus when Sultan talks?
Not on the Instagram.
No, don't worry about Instagram. That's 20 seconds delayed. We have to center our camera if you want to be seen on Instagram. And then it is changing on Instagram actually. So I just don't see it changing on Zoom, but that's fine. So would you repeat the question, brother? I didn't get it from how you said it. Oh, you're freezing again. Insta is good. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, a lot of good comments on Instagram. Thank you guys. Thank you for the feedback. Okay, would you repeat the question, brother?
Yes, the instructions were unclear. She asked me, "What are you thinking?" After he told her that he's going to go think about it.
Okay, again, he's not asking a question, but I see what you're saying. So the problem that the guys on Instagram are having when they take a little soundbite piece of advice is then what do I do? I said the line, but then she said this. Now what do I do? Is that basically what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Oh, what do you think? What would you say to him?
Well, if I'm in his position and I'm in the situation, I would tell her that. I would tell her I'm going to go think about it, and then I wouldn't talk to her anymore. I would leave. I would either hang up the phone and end the call. If I'm with her, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to be next to her and continue talking to her because I literally just said I'm going to go and think about it. So why would you stay there and continue talking to her? You're obviously she's gonna know you're bullshitting because you're still talking to her. So you cut the conversation, you end it, and then you leave. And you have nothing to do with her. If it was me,
that's really strong. It's really strong reaction. Yeah, I think go ahead.
What's that?
You would what?
Yeah, I would just step away from the interaction. I wouldn't continue.
I would explain a little bit more. I'd explain one more step. If I said I'm going to think about what you say, and then she says, and by the way, you could center yourself now would be the best if you were like exactly center on your camera. And for the Instagram, it looks really good, by the way. If you see it on your device, it's looking really good. This is definitely a good way to do it. And so if I say I'm going to think about what you're saying, and then she says, "What do you think about it?" I said, "I'm going to think about it." You know why I'm going to think about it? Because the way you're communicating with me is it feels emotionally manipulative. And I'm not going to get caught up in an emotional manipulation between a man and a woman. You're way better at emotions than me. I need to think about what you're saying. And I'm not going to do it all emotional here right in front of you. So we're going to take space and I'm going to think about what you just said. And then she's like, well, why can't you? Then you have the way you're behaving is you're going to lose me completely. I'm telling you space, this and that. Now he's saying this in a comment. So how much you're going to be able to reply to the guy in the comment? It would be like, I am perceiving that you're being emotionally manipulative. I'm going to think about what you're saying. I'm not going to get wrapped up in the emotions about it with you. And if you can't respect that, then we don't need to be together. So that's basically, I'm giving her a little extra step there where you need to respect what I'm saying or I'm breaking up with you. That's because that's just intolerable. But see, guys, they need women. They're so needy that they're not willing to break up. They're not willing to break up. That's like what we were streaming about earlier. Like that's, if you want to get this lifestyle, you got to be so willing to leave it all behind. All the guys, all the girls, all the jobs, all the family members. That bitch is not that important. So very similar. I mean, obviously Sultan and I are going to have very similar philosophies about it because we study AZD. We live with AZD. It's what we do. So we live, breathe, and eat and drink this shit. This philosophy.
Cool.
All right.
The next one is different, not the same concept, a different video. But someone asked, what if it's not sex you're after? What if you just want to talk to each other and get to know each other?
That's weird. That's very beta. So this is a comment. So, right, this okay. So what would you
Yeah.
say to that?
Mm, what if you want to just if you're not sexist
Okay, well,
after?
here's what
Well,
I would say real
I
fast.
you
If
know
you were honest, okay, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. If I was completely honest, I would yeah. It's beta. It's
What would you say to him though?
you
That I
know
was going to say to you if you're
I
honest.
would tell him you know at the end of it you do want sex. That is
Right.
what you
Now
want.
formulate that in a question.
Yeah, it would be something like
You guys are hearing it.
so what is it that you want from her? If you don't want
Yeah,
sex,
you
then
can't be
what is
too.
it that you want?
That's going to be a
What are you
long
trying to get?
conversation. It's not bad, but I said
Yeah.
formulate that understanding that at the end of the day, what is you're trying to get to know a woman? Why? To fuck her. Now, maybe you want to marry her, have kids with her, but that's having sex with her. You're not trying to just be friends with her and not have sex with her. So the question would be, if you're being honest, aren't you just trying to get to know her to sleep with her? And then let him say yes or no. He's like, no, I think men and women can be just friends. You could even go that route. So you're trying to be just friends, or do you see, that? So I'm framing the question in you're just trying to get to know her, just to have sex with her, right? And then when he acknowledges that, yeah, you're right, be like, yes, because the philosophy is the female is trying to get to know you to have sex with you. That's a female approach. The man already knows if he wants to have sex with a girl. Now he may not allow that to happen, even if he's a celebrity and she would throw herself at him because he's got to have boundaries. He could get really fucked with if he just sleeps with every broad that's like fine and throws herself at him. But doesn't mean in nature, naturally, you would have sex with her in a heartbeat if she's fine. But she's not the same way. She has to get to know you before she has sex with you. Men and women are different. That's all the philosophy behind. If you're being honest, bro, aren't you just trying to get to know her to have sex with her?
Yep.
Sultan keeps freezing. I don't know if it's the device or not. Or maybe you're just super
Yeah.
stoic because you like turn into stone and you stop moving, stop breathing, stop blinking for like 10 seconds.
Turn into a statue for a bit. No, that makes sense. I was sometimes it does cut out on your side, so I was waiting for
Oh
it to.
fuck.
And right on. That's good. That's it for that question. Someone said to
Hell
cheat
yeah.
on her. She'll never
Guys
leave
on
you.
Instagram, I see there's like 10 of you. There's 4 on this TikTok, 3 on this TikTok, 5 on Zoom and the YouTubes and whatever. So there's people all around. If you got any comments or feedback, we're only going 10 more minutes because we have advanced talk with AZD at 7 p.m. It's early bird. So some guys that know about it, it's early bird. So come join. You've got to put a down payment, then put a down payment. But everybody else, if you got a question or feedback about what we're saying, then, comment it right away.
Yeah, someone says cheat on her. She will never leave you.
That's not true.
That's funny.
That's
It's a
not true. Now,
funny
pre-selection,
comment.
there's a truth. There's a truth to being pre-selected, but cheating is not just getting with other women. Cheating is getting with other women in a lie. That's a lie to her, or just lying to her. And if you're a liar, then she will leave you eventually. Or she's just so pathetic and down. You're getting with such a low value woman that no man of similar quality who's honest will ever come along. And then you're dealing with a low quality woman. But no, that's not right advice. Both
Totally.
sides
Anything
want sex either if he or she is not thinking about it that way. Sort of that she doesn't want sex the way you think. It's not the same. So you're kind of right, but you're making it so it's an equivalent. That's dangerous. You'll get yourself in a lot of frustrating situations with women if you think that they're the same. They're not. Okay, please go ahead. Sultan, you're
You said it was a
masterpiece.
joke. My bad. Yeah, it's all good, dude. I mean, it's hard to tell if it's a joke because it's text. You know what I mean? So
It was a
it's
joke.
a
Yeah.
joke.
Ha ha.
Funny.
That's funny. Funny.
But if it wasn't a joke and you did cheat on her, then
Yeah, that's funny. Okay.
but if you did cheat on her, that also because I'm sure there's guys on here that are cheating on their chicks. You know what I mean? Like there probably is a couple guys that are, they want to be with multiple women, but they won't tell their girl that that's what they're going to do. Not that that's what like they want to do. That's what they're going to do. There's a difference between those two things. And when you lie about that and you hide that, that creates we could say, man, I don't know if out ethics would be the right thing to say. Well, that'd be because I don't think people even understand maybe, but
Yeah, they
that
don't
would
get
create some sort of static within you that you're hiding, that you're keeping that a secret from someone.
Yeah, that's weird.
And yeah, you're destroying your life, you're destroying their life because you're hiding that. You're hiding such a big secret. And you have to move and interact with people knowing that you're hiding that from them. So even that's hella weak. She will lose total respect for you. It says Isaac. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you want women that have respect for you. So,
yeah.
Is there anything else? Any other comments?
Let's see. Let her see you have options. Yeah, pre-selection for sure. Let's see. Next one. Next question. How many minutes we got? We got a couple minutes left. Cool. This guy says, basically, how would you handle it? Because it's not going to work on his girl if you were to tell her he's going to walk away, or he's going to go and think about it. It's not going to work because when he comes back, she's just going to ask him to talk about it.
Well, yeah, the point is that you think about it. When you get away from her, then you'll have space to think about it. She's being manipulated. If you're feeling all frustrated and like she's manipulating you, well, she's trying to frustrate and manipulate you. So you need some space, and that's the language that will give you the space. And she'll honestly, you haven't tried it, so you should know that the guy hasn't tried it. Sorry, I said kind of how this stream was going to go is I would ask you, what would you say? So if the guy comments like it's not going to work because as soon as you come back, she's going to ask me to talk about it, then it would be like, so why won't that work? Would be the question. Because I'm, is what I would say. But what would you say?
Well, yeah, I would something similar. I would walk away. I would tell her I'm going to go think about it, and then I would actually go and think about it. It's not like a line. It's true. I'm going to step away.
His question is, it won't work because when I come back, she's going to ask me again, what do you think about it?
Right. So then I step away, and that's what I'm going to think about it. Then I come back, and she's going to say, well, you have time to think about it. And it depends what the conversation is really about, why I told her that in the first place. So when she comes back, or when I come back and she wants to talk about it, then I'm going to talk about it. But that's where I would be setting some boundary depending on what the issue is at hand. There has to be some boundaries set. Like, if it continues forward, like if the same issue is happening again, when after that happens, like after I walk away and I think about it and I come back and it's the same bullshit going on, then, it could potentially lead to a breakup or something similar. It could, something like that. It could potentially lead to a breakup. It just depends it would be better if this guy said, the problem is she doesn't want me to be with multiple women. And when I told her I'm going to walk away and then I come back, she's still creating a problem out of it. So
I think the shorter,
it's hard without an actual problem. If the guy,
I think that's a lot. That's not the comment is, it's not going to work because when I go away and think about it, I come back, she's going to ask me to talk about it. So what should I do then? Basically is the question. And your reply could be something like, why do you think it's not going to work when you go away and think about it? Everything you just said, yes, she's going to ask you that, but why won't it work? Why do you think that thinking about it, you're not going to come up with something to talk about with it? Mm-hmm. Because he's having that problem. So everything else is like, yeah, true. It depends, this and that. And then if he'll reply some more. Well, it's because, well, what do I say then? And it's like, don't you get the point is to take space so that you can think more clearly about it? Or are you getting that's about the video? That's what the advice is. And then he'll be like, no, I didn't get that. Or yes, or no. Oh, I see. And then it'll resolve. Cool.
Right on.
Right on. Cool, man. Well, all hours, we should be going live, probably streaming 24/7 to this Instagram account. Meanwhile, I just got 2 new followers on the TikTok. So, you gain followers on TikTok just by going live. So that's dope. And, it was great having the live Zoom participation. All the guys that are on the Alpha or the AZD Mastermind University, because, it's dope we know you guys, we see you in person when we go to the gatherings and whatever. And it's dope that you participate in our Zoom, all the comments, all the love, appreciate it. And so we'll take this opportunity just to let you guys know that there are opportunities to learn from AZD. And one of those is the daily class. That's the link in the bio that you hear us talk about. So, it's on the stories and everything. It's 10 a.m. every day. It's a mastermind of hundreds of guys several dozen show up every day and they'll be asking questions and AZD gives his advice. That's the tattooed guy that, not us, it's the tattooed guy that you hear the clips from. And that's just profound. It's a safe space for male expression. Like, because wherever you are in your life right now, you're not around guys that you can be fully honest about the girls and about the situations and everything. And, and then you can't really get accurate advice. If you're not giving the right problem, if you're not giving all the details of the problem, then the solution isn't going to be given because you don't, so you got to be in an environment like that, men only. And then for everybody else, also, if you want the advanced training or the guys that are on Zoom right now, advanced training, it's early bird right now. It's called I Create. And, the link is all around. It's been posted everywhere. And so you can see about that. Guys on social media, you can message Sultan, me about that stuff. This is right now streaming to the AZD IMC Nation Instagram, which Sultan is running. So if you're messaging that account, that's Sultan. Both he and I have lived with AZD for 3.5 years. And we're going to go in a minute because he's giving advanced class and that's what we're doing, and that's fucking dope. That's the secrets, the subtleties of seduction, what makes it available for a man to live with a bunch of other players, not live with his girlfriends, have 8 super fine girlfriends that are all in line, all in order, respect none of these problems that we're answering comments about. It's none of that. And, and continue growing. And we're moving to Vegas on 3-week notice, just like that. Easy peasy. So link in the bio, train, all that stuff, message the accounts. And any final words from Sultan? Thank you for putting together all the questions and comments.
Yeah, that's it for me. I don't have anything else.
Man, that was great. It was great to do the split screen on Zoom. How it looked on Instagram, it looks great. And I think the audience really likes it because this is not a prime time for people to be on IG Live. So it's good that they're there and they were all commenting and everything.
Exactly.
Exactly. And the TikToks were active too. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be talking about some of the most exciting stories going in field with AZD and living with AZD, different encounters with gangsters and mobsters and strippers and, all kinds of nights out with AZD, different adventures. And man, some real memorable memories. And we'll be talking about that at what time tomorrow?
About 11:30.
Yeah, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you guys live. We'll see you in the next class or on the next stream. J Guru Dev. Praise the Lord. Os.
Os.
Dang, Stoic Temple has a bunch of people watching live. That's dope.